I'm on here today. I started a reading on Instagram with the inquiry of why is it so emo? What's with the intensities? What are all these intensities that are around among us right now? Especially after planets have gone direct. All planets have gone direct. So I thought I'd come to the magic reading table and see what the flipping of the cards have to say. Now, again, I started one on Instagram, and I'm going to reshuffle here because, hey, things change day to day. Never know. Things change in splits of a second. So I'm going to ground here and flip some and see what comes up today. I'm going to keep the, let's see. I don't know how I'm going to do this. Let's see how the cards fall. How are all you feeling? Leave me some comments. Respond, share me. So, but while I'm getting ready, just know I am a reader that does one-on-one live readings, not pre-recorded, not pre-videoed, one-on-one where I look at you. My rates are very reasonable. When they're under $50, they're reasonable, okay? So I'm going to open up the third eye here, and then I'm going to start flipping. So if you are on Instagram, my Instagram page is Serpentvisionary Oracle. That was not a baby hit. Yikes. Okay, magic table, speak to us. What is all this sudden rush of feeling like we're on the top of the cliff and we're going to get ready to be pushed off? The thing about being pushed off this really tall cliff looking down is that we have the wings to fly when we get pushed off. Some of you have already gotten that push. Okay. See what the magic reading table has to say today. So if you've been following my channel and my collective readings, I've been really tapping into this vibe very strongly since fall. We've put a lot of work in, and this has been a winter where we have not hibernated. We have been in action. We have been in lots of movement. Even people I know physically moving through snow. Because you know what? Done. And they just, it's been real abrupt change. Not a surprise. We've been wanting this, awaiting this. I like when that happens. We've been waiting for it, working for it. Cycles have just begun. And, you know, the birthing process isn't exactly painless. I know it's really challenging us because I've been feeling this really super strong. And when I do the one-on-one readings, it's very much in sync with what shows up on this table. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, let's start there. Let's start our journey in the West, shall we? They're beautiful images. They always are on my table. Beautiful images, powerful images. See what the spirit world has to say about this. Oh wow, what a monstrous vibe this one is. I'm going to start in the West. Because that's the first card that caught my eye. Like, really? That's exactly what I'm tapping into and feeling all across the board. Your details may be different, but there's some form of this going on with tribe here. And it is really time for tribe to stick together, because there's like this big, like, really low sinking, broad and heavy vibe we're going through right now. And again, I'm not an astrologer, but all the planets are direct. I mean, they have this shadow period thing. It could be that. I'm just tuning into what I've been, feeling here. And it could be like I just feel for the world, and in order to do that, there's an incredible amount of surrender to climb that mountain. That's you out here. This is a vibe. I'm going to go directional, so if the West really calls to you, I'll post it like that. So if you're watching, I'm going to do it directionally. Okay. So before I do that, let me show you your choices. It's little, oops, I was going to say, what the hell? It's like I didn't go near the phone. That's what I don't know. Interesting things happen. Okay, hold on. So now that I'm grounded into it takes me some time, sometimes I go into it faster, not today, because in order for powerful messages to come through, I really do have to feel. Okay. Choices. Now I'm ready to officially show you your choices. This is the vibe of the West. Oh, isn't he cute? The vibe of the North. He's a cutie too. The vibe of the South. And then we have the East. Jeez, me and the camera today. I'm glad I'm doing this. Here's why. Because this is where I get grounded. This is where I get to heal my head. This is where I take a break and have a good time, you know? Okay. Let's go to the west. I'll go overhead as well, like I always do, to show you your images. Oh, let's start off with the west. You know, you tap in, tell me what you see. Not an easy west today. Although, we have this little guy. I don't know if, if you ask me, he was, you know, quite this underwater swimmer. And this isn't easy, but this has a sense of humor to it. This little guy. Like, oh my God, he just like wants to give you a big fat hug, right? He's adorable. It's a sense of humor here through the storm. Remember, we don't want to take the past to where we're going forward at all. It has to be a clean fucking slate. Is this work easy? No, but look, we've been tracking mountains. We've been tracking mountains for what we stand for, what we believe in, what we think is right for us. Thank you for all your opinions and advice when we don't ask for it. It is actually appreciative because that means there's a level of caring here. But when you're having this intensity in the West, you're someone that really, you know what, the only person that's going to go through it and figure it out without figuring it out is going to be okay. They're strong as fuck. These people are strong in the West. And when it's weathering in the mountains and you can survive, like these like incredible people that do this in the mountains, I mean, they're fucking crazy, but I'm wowed by that. Now, I don't want to physically go do that. But in our lives, we do that. In our layers, through our deaths, our perseverance, it keeps making us strong. Because this little dude's a strong ass swimmer. Oh, there's a little story with this one. I'm just like, I laugh because it means to have the sense of humor. Plowing through the cold, what seems cold. But there's life. Like there's gratitude, and you're just like, ha 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 ha, you're gonna laugh at this someday. Or like once I burst this burst through, it's like run. My West, I'm with you on that one. Thank you for that. Our little webbed friend on the table. So fucking funny. So cute. Okay. Anything from the spirit world here as I keep looking. And anytime I see a sun in anything, any combination, but especially if it is towards the end of a completed card throwing session, you know. But there is a sun in this storm and card. That's what I mean. Once it bursts through, This is going to tell me where it's going to go. I'm asking, okay, we get all that, you know. Yeah, we've been going through that for what seems forever, right? Months, years. Because this is this pattern thing I've been noticing. The 2, 5, 7, 9, 13. Well, now you have to add another year to that, which is like, throws it off. It throws off the sequence. So we are in a new cycle here of things. Can we have a fun card? Yeah, it's saying like, let's get to the sense of humor. Man, thank you. What relief. Messages from the lower world. And he kind of would represent one of these creatures, you know. He was in the lower world, but he was in the sea. Hell, I mean, that goes pretty deep. Anyways, you know. It's that lower world, you know. The creepy crawlers. The cave dwellers. You know. These creatures that are, you know, considered whatever they people consider. I mean, I personally vibe with those creatures. They have very powerful medicine. The lower world. And they represent like, they're like guardians of like the depths. And that's where they go. And then in return, they tell the people that turn those in, that's your past. And you never have to do anything else but surrender and birth. Keep on. Just keep on with the strength. Keep pushing through. Let me show you. There's that sun. Okay. All I have to do is see this. And then to have the lower world show up. You know, there's no threat here. This dude's like, he's okay with it. Are you kidding me? That it can be my past? Who knows what's hiding underneath this all? Lizard beings, you know, there's like a regeneration vibe here, like a rebuilding of your strength and power. You had to have gone there. Those are the powerful teachers. The ones that have allowed themselves to live in a cave. It's kind of like when you train and people don't understand that you rather train than go to the party, and then you rather train than, you know, train than because you, like when you're dedicated to something, you'll keep on doing it because that's what you're committed to, that's what you're dedicated to. It takes a lot of power, a lot of strength. So this is know that it's okay. It's going to be the past. How soon? I don't know. How soon is now? How soon? For some reason, like, there's something about this winter is going to be the toughest winter. And not just weathering. I'm telling you, this vibe. Come on, rabbit. Swim, bunny, swim. You know? I don't know what it all means. But that's just the beginning, because if this lower world's saying, that's the past. And the reptile here has a smile. Like, oh yeah, you wait to see what's beneath under these scales that I am going to shed and regenerate myself and rebuild myself. Thank you, West. Sweet. We're going to move to the heart space. Speaking of the reptiles, this is the north. Oh, sorry. He's my medicine lizard, though. This is very unique thing that these objects come to my table and they're all part of the magic message here. And this is kind of like when it could be two directions that you are vibing with, or you want to hear the whole story, because what happens here usually is it's all the journey. It makes sense. And people are always in different stages of whatever they're in, but we're all in it. So glad I have my bond back. You have no idea. Oh, look how sweet this is. The magic, okay, so we have the north. It's the heart space. And I know it's the heart space. To me, this is the ayahuasca lizard. Like for me, it's like it kind of looks like the visions I see, but like not just, it's all like moving and it's all holographic and it's playful. Well, for me, the visions I've seen that look like this in the dark, it's like, oh my God, it's such a light show. And it's interesting, it's in the heart space because that's who she is, heart medicine. I'll tell you something though. You work with her seriously, you think it just ends in ceremony. The real purge is outside ceremony. That means in your world, what will you take from what you just received? Like if you get messages of any kind, whatever your work is. As I always say, the modality that you do. You know, some people call it, I go to ceremony. Some people do prayers, meditations, spells, incantations, chanting, prayer. You get what I mean? That brings the messages to you. What do you practice that you bring in and draw out? What is your magic that you do for yourself? But that's how strong it is right now. It's about to break open. I think what's going on here is that the humbleness needs to be there. You cannot take the stuff that you were chargy about from your past. And I agree. I'm working through that too. It's everywhere, everybody. And you think if I do this, I'm not going to understand and feel it? But whatever that egg we've been holding, whatever that sun is, God, I got stoner eyes. Whatever that sun is right there, this is in the stage here, the heart space. It's just ready to crack open. And it's very protective. It's peaceful. It's humbling. So that when we receive, it's almost a feeling of having your heart broken open. Because that's how it is with ayahuasca. There's a point where you can't hang on and you just have to surrender. But look how cute it is. See, interesting, it's the head that's white. Because remember, they regenerate. They grow limbs back. They grow their tail back. They're all like, oh yeah, well, fuck you. You just ripped my tail off. Watch this. They regenerate their tail. But this is what I'm looking at. It's almost there. I think there's something about winter ending and the new year starts at Imbolc or spring equinox. Whatever that transition is for you out there from the winter to the spring. But we have the medicine bag here. Interesting. Thank you, medicine bag. Get ready to receive some pretty awesome treasure. It's been on the table, right? And it's just like, there has been this really strong, intense, low vibing thing going on. And that's why I wanted to do this. So if any of you see this and this is like, holy shit, I can relate, then yeah, exactly. Here's the thing with this. There's always these spirits in back of that are there. You know, it could be your guardians. It could be anyone that you know that passed. It could be like a animal spirit that works with you. If you're in tune with that, they're always there. They'll never let you. It's like, here's the message here too, from a heart space. Ayahuasca told me, this is just me, but it pertains to this. And see if this relates, because I feel this here. I'll give you everything you love and adore and desire, but you have to live clean for me. Clean. Okay. I've been working with this or known of this medicine for 23 years, and it's been quite an amazing, crazy path with this medicine, because it's not how people think. I'm laughing because I see the humor. I see the humor, and then I'm interrupted by a phone call that I'm not answering right now. So wait, that's yay, thank you. You know how some people get on roller coasters and you really laugh because you're loving the ride, even though it can be the most terrifying situation to some. Because you know what? At some point it's going to stop. And you usually have to get off and go back in line or whatever, right? So we know it's going to stop. Anyways, this is the most abundant, amazing outpouring of what you've been working on, of what you've been mining. The ancestors also are honoring you using your tools that you've been given, and they're going to get stronger. For those that are the esoterics out there watching, maybe you read cards, maybe you're a medium, or you want to start yoga or practice yoga, whatever that is. But it's kind of like the outpouring of the magician with all the tools, with all the tools of the trade, with all that's to come that you don't know about, because the bag is not dumped all the way. It just has a peak, like, see? It's like a little tease. You just wait. Let me show you. Okay. We're being tried. I know. But look into the beauty of the humbleness of the face. Okay? That's the heart space talking to you. It's been rough with the heads. Much love. I'm reading this for me too. I relate to all of this. And look, I'll give you a close up on the little ayahuasca lizard. Okay. See, there's the medicine bag, the abundance, right? Our treasures. Look at that. Okay. It's just like, hey, here's a little peek underneath my skirt. Right? Ooh, the yumminess is just waiting. See, but the change of color as well. You saw the gray tone to the earth tone. Hold up, let me show you again. Oh, same, look at how interesting this is. Gray tone, warm tone, north, gray-ish, really beautiful solar sacral root opening here. Beautiful. I love this. Okay. For some reason they want me to go here. Oh, we have a middle section too. That oh wow. This is pretty. I'm so happy to see this, by the way. Okay, let me hydrate here. I'm gonna take a little break. Woo! Shadow work. Yeah, speaking about training and everything, like it's a vibe like you've trained well, and then for some reason it gets disconnected and you have to find your own path. Because some people are meant to teach and inform and stand in front of and be for. Those are the teachers, And I'm, finding I tell people this a lot because they ask me, what does it take to become a yoga instructor? I'm like, I don't know. I'm not your typical yoga instructor. I don't know. It's not about that. It's like, meaning like you can't get attached to a teacher. Not when you're being called to do that. The most powerful teachers have a journey about, there's a disconnect. There's like a natural ability as well. There's just like something in the heart, a natural ability, and then someone comes and fine tunes it, and then you're like, I can't be put in a box, and then you just fly like the hawk. That's the second red-tailed hawk I see in a week, so that's a good sign. I saw a red-tailed hawk before I started the reading. I mean, they're soaring through the outside here. Breathtaking to see as we move to the south. So in the south, ayahuasca is holding the space for the south today. Because when I want to know the truth of what the hell is going on out there, that's my go-to within. And then it manifests in visuals like this. That's the best way I can describe collective readings. And I love it because she put the Mary Jane here, the fucking marijuana, puts me in a really nice grounded place so the messages can come through. That means that the emotional body is pretty expansive. Doesn't hurt less though, and it doesn't feel less fucked up either. But that's part of the training. Come on, South. Oh, it's a beautiful. Oh, just look at this, and then I'll. That's the South card. Oh my God! Hello, the sun. Little sun head. Look at this. Oh man, this is like. I'm wowed. I'm really wowed. Sweet. It's a really powerful feeling to feel. It's the sun. It's very much like, okay, we need no more proof. Your work is done. All you have to do is surrender. Because this is a total image of surrender. There's nothing in the hands. The surrender is very vulnerable feeling, like you feel like naked, like your target, alone. Even if you have people around you, it's like a very hidden vulnerability coming through people. That's where the humbleness was below it. But see, this is a warm card. Starts off warm on this side. So let's see. Let's keep the consistency. Hey, sister, you're on here. I was like, kind of went somewhere a little bit. Oh. On Spirit, what do you have to say about us? And it's so beautiful because the path is like the parting of the Red Sea here. And it's acknowledging the mountains, the tear downs, the aloneness, the courage, the bravery, the honor of the dedication to the self. Oh, that's interesting because now it's from the warm to the cold. But see, it's changed. So for those of you that feel you're getting your ass kicked right now, it's too bright to see what's coming, as the sun is. You know, you can't see shit. If you look at the sun, you're blinding, right? That's what this feels like. But you had to have died. So, again, going back to the readings here, the messages that come out from me here on table is very much the information I receive in ceremony. Because I often tell people, you think I drink for myself? Shit, I drink for the benefit of others, especially people around me. And this is what I do. It's kind of through that, because I was never going to read again. I was like, yeah. And then she said to do that, but if I agreed, things get cleaned up. And that's like, that's what the universe likes, everything clean. And this is really fun. So, yeah, it's a very surrendering, but peaceful going into that. Let me show you the images and I'll talk more maybe. I'm just stunned, that's all. I'm just stunned. This is such an amazing card to get. This hits home. Look at the expression of the face here. In all of this here. That's what I mean. It's like being broken open. Like an alien came out of there or something. Right? But like that outburst that whatever needed to come out of us to receive. Because look at the giving hands here. We're never alone. Look at this midsection here. Very, very powerful image. Now, see what I mean? It's all like, there's the death, the surrender. See, it's interesting that these hands are giving and we're surrendering to receive it. We're not reaching out with the hands, they're in surrender mode, right? So what do you think is reaching out is your heart, because this is self. This is ayahuasca, the heart medicine. Look how bright that is. That's what I mean. We can't even imagine this. So it's really frustrating when you know it's coming and you know from the deepest being, because that's how I've been reading in these collectives, right? So this whole thing about surrendering and the vulnerability is humbling, and it feels very naked. But if you be willing to do that, how much power will go through you? Because then you're not affected by a lot of things. It's not an easy thing to work through. But again, we have this guy. Whew, that was fun. Come on. Let's see what we got. It has there's similar image there. But this is the money stone. I didn't notice this about this particular stone is, really money stone oriented. And I was looking through it one day, and there's a heart in it, right in here. Out of all the chunks of these that I see, I finally found one that vibed. And when I do vibe with the stone, it's for they have a, like people like, oh, it means this, oh, it means that. I'm like, you're not looking at and really vibing with everything else it has to say. That's why I use them on my table. They're beautiful. They talk. So this is heart-based. Of course, the heart always finds itself on my table. Oh yeah, okay, so come on and see what happens when I let's flip this deck here. Because right now it's a card again with that fire and the other color around it. There's a theme here. There's a theme here amongst all the lands. Like you ever get like, that's why people crack, but they really do crack, and I'm like, I'm glad I can laugh and it's sincere. Because if you tuned into my last Instagram, I totally like broke open with tears. Something was like went through me like, wow. Okay. Well, this one had a similar vibe to the Instagram one. If you watched both, you can either DM me or let me know your thoughts about the two. Because this is definitely themey with the colors. And it felt a little, it was a different approach. I knew I wasn't, the reason why I extend them here is sometimes I really feel that there's more. And plus I love cards all over the place on my table. Oh, my sweet. And for you that is watching, you're gonna roll your eyes at me. I gotta believe that. I just gotta, you know? Okay. This is the acknowledgement. So if you vibed with the East, there's more acknowledgement that that's enough. Just wait for it. Just wait for it. So not easy, but at this point, if you vibe to the East, and you can see how the directions kind of went on this journey here, and I haven't even got to the middle yet. I think for the people in the East, these people have more, they're more comfortable than the rest of the directions. These are people that, you know, I got this. I've seen enough signs. I'll keep doing stuff, you know, but, you know, it's to keep myself occupied. You know, you got this. And you're kind of okay with whatever's going to go down to happen. It's not so doom. Which, again, is the direction of the path that I started reading this. because with this ending direction here, or the reading ending in this direction, I feel a lot more like less anxious. And also, if those feelings still happen to come, you don't really feed them as much as you used to, or sometimes these flare-ups are strong. Even though, you're okay, there's like these flare-ups. But then these are people that reach out, that have outlets, that keep themselves occupied, not distracted, but really occupied to wherever they're going forward. And the army's coming in. It's like it's just a flood, like I've been feeling. It's just not going to be a freaking flood. In the abundance, in the freedom, in the oh my God, in the I knew it type of vibe. Let me show you the images. That's a tough core. See, the way that I feel is that this is like the way I perceive this is that this is the ground, right? If you can film on the bottom floor of hell and look up to where you are here, that's showing you. That's what I mean. This is confirmation of all the work. And there may be, floods or breakthroughs. So see these streaks, it's because you're releasing more. This is the ground floor right here. Get what I mean? Feel that power. No, this is already up here. Looking down. If there was a mirror, if a see-through mirror here, like so you like filming from the depths of that. Because look who's here. Rainbow. and the birds. Not just one bird, like all of them. Dude, but look at all the I'm shaking the camera. This is the diversity. This is the alignment. This is like, you got the peace of the dove, and then you got the wisdom of the owl, and then you got the shadow work of the crow, and then, of course, who's guiding the way? Oh my God, look at his expression, watch. Who's leading the way? The hawk. I just saw two of them, right? But look at his face. He's all, party! And look, there's a little heart shape coming from his mouth. Isn't that crazy? Okay, you got, the piece of the dove, the wisdom and the truth of the owl, the blackbirds in the background, which all seem to be a little different type of blackbird, but they like, to me when I see this is like, there's three here, and they're like, dude, man, great shadow work, time to go show up somewhere else. Like, these are flying towards you, these are going back because they represent the past, like shadows of yourself. Like a piece of you has the peace, a piece of you has the wisdom and truth, a piece of you has the total freedom and the strength to fly forward. And the East is about going forward, and the East, the guardian of the East is the red-tailed hawk. Interesting. So, hang in there. Beachy rainbows. And of course, you know, what brings the rainbows is, you couldn't have rainbows without storms or something like that. I'm like, you don't need a storm. You just go get your water hose and you go, there's a rainbow right there. Yeah, the humor. It's not always easy to get to the humor, I know. Did I seriously have stoner eyes? I swear. Okay. This is a fun reading. It's very, like, the color pattern is crazy. It's so, like, in sync. So it also kind of, when I see the syncing of the vibes, you know, I think for a lot of people it's like everyone can relate to each direction. Because it's all equal. It's all part of the path. Let's get some charms. This is going to seal the deal. I know. What's all with the emo? I know. I've been trying to I know. I'm asking too. Okay. Especially if you're feeling the exhaustion, not sleeping right, feel like you're failing again, you have to start over again. There's like it's like just an area, like I said, the little last remnants of things. Well done. It's very cute. Either that or this person in the image had one hell of an edible and they are on a very beautiful THC cozy ride. They're not in freak out, is what the point is. Oh man, I like my brujas out there, whoever sees this. Your ritual work, your prayers, your meditations. Like I was saying, all that you do, keep doing it. Keep lighting those candles. Keep praying. Keep on. Whatever it is that you practice, it just means that it gets stronger. So the spirit world's all, yeah, thank you for the work. Thank you for honoring us. Thank you for lighting some fires for us, or surrendering and really believing that we hear you, type of thing. I know I'm heard, but it's that last bit of you haven't quite let go. You have to let go. You know how it is. You know the magic you are. Okay, let's see what charms want to be blessed today here. Okay. Yeah, anytime I see feathers, protection. And keep smudging. That means I need to smudge too. Do I see any kind of sense of humor here? There's a message. Okay, unfolding. Okay, so I'm so glad I have a powerful yoga practice, because I can let go of a lot there. And it's not never ending sometimes. It's to come. If you've been feeling exhausting vibes, even around you, um, it's time to disassociate with things and be good to self. I know it's like a struggle sometimes to really give to ourselves and listen that way because we think we have to be doing something, you know. Talking to me too. It's like yeah. Oh, now my eyes are gonna get even more red. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what the charms have to say. So yeah, the protection, the lighting a candle for, they like that, especially if you have an altar space. You know, they love that. Yeah, this is definitely a don't give up vibe. There's victory here, especially in the heart space. So your heart's desire is even more so. It's going to be grounded in the world. There is a little bit of work here to do. We're so close. When I cast charms, I don't move them. I show you how they land, but I'm kind of, there's a clump here and they have a story, but oh, that's right. Some of you are beginning to taste it now. Like a little, the momentum will come back. That's what it meant. Like the momentum will come back. But there's victory in the heart space, and it's going to be anchored. There's there's an upside down bike here. And that's the whirlwind of travel that I pick up with people. It just shows up. Not the way you planned it. It could, you know, but it's showing up. It's showing up as funny because, you know, you're kind of like laughing to yourself, like, who knew? Hey, that could be me too, shit. But it's fun because this is like this is a card of the sun. I think there's two suns here. And it's like being replenished in a sense before this journey comes and blasts through kind of feel. Yeah. Keep grounding your passions. Well, I'm feeling it in the shoulders. It's a heavy weight too. Yeah, I know. I just felt that in the shoulders. Yeah, there's a lot of disconnecting of people because we're going to have renewal there. There's a lot of people disconnecting from people right now. And, you know, not all of it's like, ooh, bad or anything. It's just the disconnect needs to happen in order for us to grow. For who we are now, it'll align with who we are now. So then we can blossom again. There's a lot here with collabs, new people coming in, staying friends with who's helped you through the journey. Like we're honoring, like a lot of us that are letting go of certain, not like you're not going to talk to them, but you keep with them around. It may not be as connected or close. And it's like you'll always support, man, you know, like maybe like when someone moves away, they're like, dude, we have your back from here. And it really, they do mean that. It's like our journey goes forward so we can blossom and that beauty can come out. And then we'll collab. And these collabs are very, very one-on-one or smaller groups. A lot of people don't want, with the growth and what you have discovered about yourself, you don't want that world anymore. You want a real change? We'll give you a change. We'll give you a place where you're grounded. Well, guess what? That's not where concrete exists. The ground is grounding. The concrete is concrete. So if you move to a land where you're like, oh, I did ask for this, and then even more so. It's beautiful though. It's look at the journey that you just saw on the table. So that's what I mean. Victory is coming. It's going to be anchored. The last peeling away is going to create more change. It's not easy work, but the obstacles are, it's like, I think you did a beautiful work. I don't know if you want to see see the charms. You'll be like, what the hell is that? Bitch, where do you see that if you're looking at this? I'll show them to you. See, here's those binds. Okay. Look at how this stone is fucking bound, dude. Bound. See, but here, this is like those little passion beads, love beads, both of which are flipped down. So it's close. When they're flipped this way, you can see like the beautiful, right? Saying that we can't see it yet. We really can't. Not with what's coming. Remember that? Okay, yeah, it's blinding. It's so powerful. And there's another one here. There's two of them that were free. And there's the upside down. Beautiful travel, beautiful movement. Even if you're not traveling or moving, there is going to be flock moving. I mean, out of this that I feel. Okay. There's the feather, the anchor, the victory of the heart space. The spider is flipped upside down, which is, don't let it fool you, it's probably molting. Because spiders molt to look like this. So that means there's a network of people like you've let go of, or it's dying, or it's of the past, or it could be that it's changing. That you still have the person in your life or network, but it's becoming, this is the beauty right here. And isn't it interesting that you keep seeing, I see this here and this that started the reading in the first place. You get what I mean? Here's another round sun, then there's the blinding this, then it's the egg, there's circles everywhere. Spirals and patterns like this, that means there's movement. If you think there's no movement happening, there's movement happening. We just don't see it. Nor, you know what? Nor the other people that are going to like, that you're going to connect with. Guess what? They're going through it too, probably. That's how come these connections that I'm feeling are very strong. Because there's no baggage, there's no competition, there's no it has to clean out where you absolutely have that peace and alignment with the people. And it doesn't make any of the other ones, there's no bad news here or anything like that. It's like a rearranging that's happening right now. So when you do connect, it's like, yay, that kind of thing. It's beautiful charms, and I noticed there's what? The red and the purple. And this time, it blends. It's not separate. It's all of it. So that's what I got out of this whole, what's with the emo thing. I mean, what do you think? A lot of things to consider here. But anyways, you can leave me the comments, and it was fun. More will be revealed. More will be revealed. See what has me laugh more. Life, what a comedy. See you next time. I'll pop up random.